Hello and welcome to Dear Pop Culture Podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about pop culture that is dear to us. I am Gina Harms. I'm your host. And today I have two special guests, return guests to the pod, two fabulous drag performers, Dust and the established Shanda Leer, straight from Drag Brunch. So if you're watching this video, they are fully dolled up, and it was a great fun episode. We talked about the Golden Globes that just happened, a few things, current things in pop culture, Megan the movie, and A Star Is Born. Pretty much we just talked about A Star Is Born. So anyways, it's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy, and you will enjoy. Okay, enjoy. I'm scared of them.
I like how big the button is. You can't.
I know.
It's undeniable.
And if it's red, it means recording. But I still saw it green. I was like, do I need to?
Well, green means go.
This is the Let's
I
Get
don't
Wrecked
drive.
button.
Wreck.
Yeah.
Incredible. Thank you for coming straight here from Drag Brunch.
Hey, professionals.
You gotta say.
We love the a full itinerary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a license to drive and to serve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm in the Army, so.
And I just have a fishing license,
Yeah.
so.
Not actually in the Army, but I could be.
I didn't think so.
And I don't
Yeah,
actually
you
have a
didn't
fishing
think so?
license.
Good to clarify for the guests or the
Homophobic?
listener.
Gina's still
it's
pushing
just
don't
because-
ask, don't tell.
I should have known, honestly.
It's I don't know.
Yeah, number one ally. AliExpress. There we go.
I'm
Okay.
anti-Ally. Also.
No
Just
alleys.
kidding.
You just
Except-
want roads.
Oh,
Just pave them all.
I was thinking of Ally
I was like,
from A
Ally
Star Is
Sheedy.
Born.
Oh,
And I'm very pro Ally Main.
Can we talk about A Star Is Born? Because I watched it a couple months ago
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I watched it in a very special way.
What does that mean?
I had a friend over who hates Lady Gaga.
Ooh.
I know. So a bit of a red flag. And I said, well, you have to watch A Star Is Born because it's her, like, this is her moment.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't care. And I said, okay, well, how about this? I'll show you like a couple scenes that I think will hook you in. Then I just showed the highlights. So we watched the whole movie in like 10, 15 minutes. It was great. It was so much better than the first time.
Yeah, there's some great moments. It is a little like long,
Yeah.
but what are some of the highlights? When he pees his pants at the
When
Grammys.
she's playing the piano,
Absolutely.
playing the piano at sunset at Coachella.
Oh.
That scene where she's doing Always Remember Us This Way.
Oh, yeah.
That scene. Ooh.
You're going for like the serious. I immediately was fast forwarded to, okay, he's got, I believe it's a Xanax, and he crushes it with a cowboy boot and rails it, and it's the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was so weird to watch that scene because that's what I did before I went in to see the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so
This
strange.
is the day
It's like
of-
real life.
Yeah.
My
Bradley
movie-going
Cooper.
experience for A Star Is Born is something I will never forget. I walked in, I went by myself, and I was sitting, you know how some theaters have those rows of like 3 seats? You know, off to the side, there's like just like rows of 3 seats, and it's just odd.
Yeah.
And I was seated there next to this older couple.
She was seated.
Let's call it mature couple.
was
I'm sat.
And I sit down, and the woman beside me says, "Oh my God, I'm so happy that someone's sitting here." And I was like, "Oh, why is that?" And she's like, "My husband, you know, he likes this sort of thing, but like sometimes I cry and I get emotional." And I was like, "Oh, well, I cry and get emotional. This will be perfect." She's like, "Yeah, I actually went to the opening night of the Barbra Streisand Star Is Born in the 80s. And so this is like a big moment for me. And by the end of the film, we were holding each other, sobbing, crying."
You're so gay.
I know, not just culturally.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
The movie-going experience, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Cats?
Yeah.
Cats?
That's
the
one of the
movie-going
best.
experience for cats?
Oh.
The movie-going experience You can't beat it. You've heard it here, folks. You can't beat the cinema.
Brought to you by Cineplex.
Yeah.
I wish they would sponsor me. Are you kidding?
I'll put in a word. They own the rec
We'll
room.
get you some gift
They own the
cards.
rec room where I do the brunches.
Oh, true.
And none of my views reflect Cineplex. You know, my dance moves.
Oh my god.
You know, the most inflammatory thing I have is like I liked watching Bradley Cooper do drugs. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate the Irish. So
Whoa.
yeah,
Oh, God.
I'm not Irish. So.
I am. So yeah.
Oh god.
Did
This is
what
off the
scene?
rails.
If you had to, like, what's your Stars Born scene that you're going to?
Oh, I love when she sings La Vie en Rose.
With the eyebrows.
In the drag
Yes.
bar.
In the drag bar.
Yeah.
I love when she's doing drag.
Classic Gaga.
Yeah.
Doing like the
Yeah, the nose thing. I still listen to the soundtrack,
Yeah.
and then it comes on shuffle on my iPod, but just the dialogue bits. So I'll be like listening to like something else, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, she used to work here as a server, and now she's serving some fabulous French live vocals. But then a different song will come on next.
yeah.
That happens to
Beyonce's
me.
green light comes
Yeah.
on. And you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
all right,
fabulous
yeah.
French.
That happens to me, but with Yumi's comedy album, because it's for some reason still downloaded on my phone.
Yes.
So we bopping along to Hair, Body, and Face, because I also listen to the soundtrack. Yeah.
yeah.
And then it's just Yumi being like, "Hello."
Yeah.
I'm just like, ah.
Oh, that's so funny. It's like jarring.
Yeah.
She should have been in A Star Is Born. I could see that
It
for
is
her.
the story of her life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Fierce.
The next version. There can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we just
There's
keep
already like
remaking
5.
it.
Oh, look directly at the camera and say, Yumi for A Star Is Born.
You've
the
heard
next
it here.
iteration.
You've heard it here, 20th Century Fox.
Yumi listens to this podcast, so that's good.
She's a former past guest.
Love.
Yeah. So tell me about Drag Brunch. Do we love it?
Yeah, absolutely. I love a show that I can have an evening free. You know.
Yes. I wish there was actually for a time there was someone who's trying to do brunch stand-up comedy. Didn't work.
Oh yes, I remember.
But
Yeah.
anyways.
Well, maybe I'll bring that back. Maybe I'll be the one.
You do stand up at brunch.
Yeah.
You stand up at brunch.
Fully.
Wow.
Wow. Peanut galleries here,
These are-
everybody.
I was like, how's it going to work with the two of us on this podcast?
Yeah.
Is it going to work or is it
going-
going to work? First meaning, second meaning. What's
working.
the tea?
Well, the drag brunch, I fully use it to workshop jokes because open mics are late. You know, and I
Yeah.
don't know where they're at anymore, so that's totally fine. But drag brunch starts today. Was a double show, first time we did a double show, but usually it starts at like 1. We're finished at 3. Go home. Love that. The crowd is a wild mix of people. You know, it's at the mall in Burnaby,
Right.
so that's a little camp.
Already.
It's called The Amazing Brentwood.
The Amazing Brentwood. Everybody come to this.
The
come to
Amazing
this show.
Brentwood.
We're there like pretty much every 2 weeks, but today I love the crowds because I wouldn't have a show without them. But sometimes it's like predominantly hetero, and a lot of the experience of the drag show just doesn't land the way I'm used to it landing.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes it's just dead silence when like somebody's lip syncing and then they all cheer afterwards, and I'm like, is this a tennis match? Like they're just watching us, you know, run back and forth across the room.
I think for a lot of them, they're like, oh my God, I can't wait for drag brunch. So they're extremely polite. So when we're performing, they're like, silence.
Right.
It's like the theater experience. And we're like, no, you need to treat us like Leah Michelle and Funny Girl. You need to standing ovation after every song, after every key change. Like, we need your attention.
Right.
A terrible thing I do when I'm telling jokes is I'll punctuate it with like, that's funny, right?
Oh, that's
Nothing
good.
like
You know?
reassurance.
Yeah.
Get
I
it?
just- right?
That's how you actually workshop
explaining the
jokes.
punchline to
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
It's funny because he has a big ass. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. But and I've been doing drag brunches at breweries around town as well.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
We just launched a new dinner show on the drive.
Yes, on Tangent Cafe.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
This is the self-promo
Yes, this
part
is
of the,
the plug.
podcast. Jeez.
tell me more.
Well, we wanted to create a show that was we wanted to create a show that was like really
Please don't NPR this.
no. This is, yeah.
I want to be inside your mouth when I'm listening to this when it comes out.
That's what she said. We wanted a dinner show.
Get it?
We wanted a dinner show so that we could be done early on a Friday night, but still have like a really fun, memorable Friday night. Because like
that's
we're
great.
sleepy dolls now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally feel that. As someone in my 30s, I'm like, I need to be in bed at 10.
Yes.
Famously, I'm a man of 37 years experience. So staying up past 11 p.m., unless I'm also using the cowboy boot that Bradley Cooper had, it's not happening.
Right. Wow. I don't even remember that part, to be honest. I need to rewatch.
It was life-changing for me.
Yeah. God, now I'm just like thinking of it. I just remember when she's in the tub and he calls her ugly. Terrible scene.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
memorable.
Oh, I remember her orange wig from the one pop star moment she did. Oof.
Oh. Why did you do that
Yeah.
to me?
And he's just standing there just like disgusted.
You know
just disgusted by her.
We should have known the movie was going off the rails because they said we're gonna package you in a pop star and didn't give her blonde hair.
Yeah.
I don't know when that movie's supposed to be set, but she's wearing like victory rolls or whatever, they're victory curls and like a polka dot dress at one point, but also has like an iPhone 10. And I'm like, where are we?
They wanted her to look like a Hollywood starlet because it was like the soft launch of her movie career. It wasn't even soft, it was hard.
Right.
Like
That's
this front right here.
They were just trying so hard for her to not look like Gaga.
Yeah.
It was like she couldn't be because
Yeah.
Gaga has blonde hair.
Yeah, she
Makes
probably
sense.
advocated for that.
Yeah.
Also,
They're
I
different.
have a question about your friend. Like, what is a justifiable reason not to like Stephanie Germanotta?
They think she's insufferable.
But like, she's an advocate for. Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna hop down off the soapbox.
You know what?
This is not
Okay.
the place.
You know what she would say? It doesn't matter if there's 100 people in the room. All you need is one.
As long as one person hates me.
I had about 50 at Drag Brunch today.
Oh
so,
my
yeah.
god!
Oh,
It was a
that's-
cold. It's a cold room,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes we get that in drag, and sometimes we don't. But
I'm sure I don't know if it's similar to stand up, but if they've like if it's their first time at a drag show, they don't know how to act and they are probably just trying to be polite. Like sometimes at a stand up show, the crowd is so quiet and then they're kind of just like watching you, but they're like listening. They're not like talking during your set.
Yeah.
And then afterwards someone will come up to you and be like, "Oh, you were so great." And I'm like, you didn't laugh
Yeah.
at once.
yeah, you know,
Don't be fake to me now. How dare you?
before the pandemic, I would sing songs that everyone knew, and so everyone would sing along. And then obviously, like during the pandemic, I transitioned to like singing my own music, and it was a huge realization that the audience isn't always going to be vocal for me, right? And so I started singing my own songs, and I was like, oh, no one's being super warm to me, and I was like really down about it. And then I realized that they're just listening,
Right.
they're just watching.
It's their first time hearing this song.
Totally. And the drag brunch at Rec Room is like somewhat just like the young cousins bringing great aunt Annette to drag brunch. Like that's the
Yeah.
vibe, you know?
I love that though. That I truly do love the audience there because it is like a family affair, or it's the girlfriend who's like, "Babe, I want to go to drag brunch," and the boyfriend's just sitting there like, "Okay,
He's like, I can't
Alright.
show her my homophobia.
yeah,
Yeah.
Not my homophobia.
Brunch is safe.
yeah."
Yeah, brunch is safe. He's like, I like food and yeah.
And the old
Yeah.
DJ used to just keep the game on in the background
Oh my
because
God.
the bar there. But I love sports, so I'd be like, "Yeah, keep the hockey game on. That's totally fine." Like,
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I thought it could be fun to go through some of the.
Did you do pre-work for your own podcast? You told me you never do pre. Are you
know.
serious right now?
are you
Gina, I'm so
airing her?
proud of
Are you airing her out on her
Yes,
own
I am.
podcast?
Yes, I am because I listen to this podcast every week. I am literally. I want to ask you: am I the number one fan?
Probably. You're the only person who like tells me that you're listening. So I'm literally like, maybe you're the only person who listens.
I listen every week. I love it. I told you this before. I was like, but I found your podcast at a dark time in my life, and it really lifted me up, and so it really holds a strong place in my heart.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Well, yeah.
Pull
So
my wig
I've
down for that one.
been trying to.
So pre-work, I'm proud of you.
I'm
Let's
doing
go.
pre-work. I thought it would be fun if I have my little Wendy Williams hot topics.
Death to them all.
I'm gonna sit here like this now.
Oh.
How you doing?
Do the Wendy Williams reaction shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna go through some of the past week or so in pop culture and comment on it if you're down. Okay.
That's fierce.
I love
Okay.
Severe. Let's go.
Severe.
Severe. Oh, I
Severe.
like severe.
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing, the Golden Globes happened this week on a
Okay.
random Tuesday night.
Yes.
Didn't even know that they were
Didn't
happening.
even know it was happening.
I did.
I didn't get my newsletter.
Right?
I did.
But like after famously stopped like not broadcasting it last year because of there was all this controversy, and then now all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're gonna change some things, and then all the celebrities were like, okay.
Yeah. That's fine. Thanks.
Yeah.
So
Problem solved.
yeah, I did think it was interesting. I guess Brendan Fraser is boycotting too because he
Good for her.
yeah, because there was like sexual assault. Like one of the members of the Hollywood Foreign Press groped him, and then all they came back and said was like, "Oh, he meant it as a joke, and you didn't take it that way." So Brendan Fraser didn't show up, but then I was like, all of these other celebrities still showed up. I was very not into that. So, anyways,
Did you watch the monologue? The opening monologue?
I only saw part of it.
It was a politically scathing glimpse at the HFPA, Hollywood Foreign Press Association, HFPA. But they hired a gay black man to do the opening monologue.
Jared Carmichael's
Jared
gay.
Carmichael.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
His stand-up special he put out last year. It's like that was like him coming out.
I'm going to watch that
gotta watch it.
tonight. Well, later this week. Let's be real.
Yeah.
In his monologue, he stated that he refused talking to the director of HFPA because he didn't really care about any of the changes they've implemented.
Right.
Because he doesn't believe them to be real yet.
Yeah.
Because they're not. You know, it takes some time.
Oh well, that I appreciate
Right.
that.
It was very it was less Golden Globey and super duper political. Like less funny, more political.
Yeah.
My problem is you're the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, and I didn't know when the show was happening.
Right.
Get it together.
They probably didn't want people to
No,
watch.
I was just trying to like lift it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll lift it up.
But
I'll
I'm
lift
just
it
like,
up.
we pay attention to these things.
Totally.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm like, how did I not know?
My highlight from the Golden Globes
Yes.
is Jennifer Coolidge winning.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even Jennifer Coolidge winning. It's her putting her statue on the ground to deliver
Oh
her
yeah.
speech.
Can I put this down?
She's like
They're heavy,
she's like,
I
I don't
bet.
work out, it's heavy.
That's
She
amazing.
couldn't be more iconic if she tried. If she tried, my tits would be slain clean off.
Totally.
It would just be like a tour de force.
It's true. I kept like, because that came up, like her speech came up on my feed, and like I'm seeing so much of her lately that I like. Part of me wants to. I have that for some reason in my body where when something is like, overrated, but I'm like, she's not overrated. She's
No.
properly rated.
Yeah.
She had a slow burn and now she's
Yeah.
full iconic.
Yeah.
My other highlight was Michelle Yeoh winning.
Yes.
Obviously, Best Actress for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Incredible. And they started to cut her speech short, and she turned to the symphony and said, I can
yeah.
beat you up.
Yeah,
I'm
I saw that.
serious. And they
Yeah.
stopped playing.
and that's serious. It's like
It's so good. So good.
Because she can.
she can.
True.
Okay, so I've just watched the highlights, but
Same.
I saw. Have you seen the Twitter thread? Somebody said, "I love when a black person is presenting an award and a black person wins because there's like this real camaraderie." And then there was just all of these clips. It's just the most wholesome thing. Like Jennifer Hudson like giving Angela Bassett an award, Dionne Warwick giving Whitney Houston an award, and they're just like. I loved it. I watched like every video for like multiple times.
Oh, that's great.
Highly recommend searching that.
Nice.
Yeah. Because Quinta Brunson won for Abbott Elementary,
Yeah.
which is incredible.
That's it. Niecy Nash
Yeah.
gave her the award,
Yeah.
and she. Oh yeah, it was so cute
Yeah.
and charming.
They sat Quinta like way away from the stage, so she had to comedically walk a long distance, and by the time she got to the mic, she was winded.
Yes.
Crazy. Well, yeah, because apparently they have like the movie stars sit up front,
Yes.
and then there's like the TV tier at the
Yes,
back.
that's an old Tina Fey, Amy Poehler joke. Is they're
Yeah.
just sort of like there's TV and movie, like it's
Yeah.
separated. And there was one year where Julia Louis-Dreyfus was actually nominated for TV and movies, but she sat with the movies and she did a bit where she was wearing sunglasses, and they were like, "Julia, you know us from TV," and she's
Yeah.
like, "What? What?" And she's
Yeah.
sitting with Reese Witherspoon.
Oh yeah, that is good. God, they were the best hosts for that.
Oh, easily.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll co-sign.
Yeah, one of the standout moments I saw was Regina Hall accepting the award on behalf of Kevin Costner, just being like, she's reading off the prompter like, he so wishes he could. They all say that, like just going off, and she's like, no, I'm sure he meant it. But she keeps digging herself in.
He has to shelter in place in Santa Barbara. Oh yeah, let's pray.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's been raining. It's been raining.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she needs that, I don't know, a bigger moment like
Yeah,
Jennifer
100%.
Coolidge.
She's a vehicle.
I thought that
Yeah.
9 Perfect
Yeah.
Strangers was going to be her vehicle, but 9 Perfect Strangers was very limited.
Black
in its
Monday
scope.
on Showtime.
Oh,
She's
I've heard that's great.
so funny in that one. And Casey Wilson from Happy Endings, one of the best TV shows ever,
Yes.
Okay.
is also in that. It is fantastic.
I hate happy endings.
Whoa.
Yeah,
But
well,
let's not talk about that right now.
Oh,
Let's keep it light.
too much drama.
I'm their drag parent, so when we get home,
I'm getting the back of a hand like
Yeah.
it's the 90s.
Oh my god.
my God,
Except I'm 33 years old.
okay, well, moving right
moving
along.
along.
No.
Moving along from the Golden Globes.
No. Okay, yes.
Okay. Okay. Have you guys seen Megan?
Yes.
Not yet.
I went-
Can't wait.
I went to see it this week.
Let's discuss.
I don't care
We
about
won't-
spoilers.
Okay, good.
I mean, I don't
There's
think
actually
there's
no
much you
spoiler.
can really
I-
give
no,
away
I
if
don't-
you know what
It's
it's
not one of those
about.
movies.
I actively read Wikipedia pages before I see a movie.
Fierce.
Because it's not that I don't like to be surprised, but I also am just like, I need to know what's going on.
I have anxiety.
Yeah.
I love knowing how things end.
Yeah, I'm also kind of pro spoiler.
Yeah.
Megan,
So
Okay.
roll the tape.
Yeah.
Megan doesn't have any spoilers, and it is it's surprisingly less gory.
Yes, I heard. Okay, so I heard that they like were making it. They made it originally more kind of gory, but
Yeah.
then they realized once the teaser trailer came out and it went viral on TikTok, they were like, this appeals to young people.
Yes.
And then they made it like PG-13.
The kill scenes, the
Oh.
kill scenes are mild.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. I love a course correction.
Yeah, and it was smart. Like,
Yeah.
That movie's making money.
yeah,
It had a tiny budget. It's making money.
it's really good. It's funny. Like, I don't really like horror movies also, so
Yeah.
I'm like, this is perfect for me. This PG-13 campy
Yeah, a scream.
robot
Give me
woman.
a scream.
Yes.
I love Scream.
Yes.
So like those deaths have been getting ramped up. But I think I'm
Yeah.
so bought into the franchise now. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
care. Tear her face off. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah. So Megan, I don't know. It's
It was nice to see Marnie from Girls working again.
yes.
And it was amazing to see Brian Jordan Alvarez. He was beefy and hot.
Who?
He was the lab assistant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie was like not scary at all, but
No.
they had jump scares. But all the jump scares were comedic moments, which I thought were just even more campy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That like I feel like that is gonna be a huge Halloween costume.
Big
this year.
time.
I
Megan.
never think about this stuff
She was
until
so-
like weeks before. I'm like, oh, I should go as the robot doll.
Right?
Yeah. She also sang. She broke out into song thrice.
Yeah. It
Who
was
does-
so weird.
Who does the voice?
There's
There was like a child actor I read about. There was a child actor and also a puppet on set, and then also they had like kind of just like a doll.
the voice was a dub over. So the person who was acting the role didn't like spoke the lines, but then they voiced over it with another person
So just
because it
like-
gives it that doll vibe.
Just like a mix of like 4 different things went into this iconic doll.
It was good.
I'm here
Yeah.
for it. I know several iconic dolls. So
Work.
Second meaning. Second meaning. Doll, second meaning. Yeah. Not an American Girl doll.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Okay, the next topic I have is Miley Cyrus's new song, Flowers. Have we heard it?
oh yes.
Do we love it?
Oh
No.
yes.
I like it, but it has like that homage to the Bruno Mars song.
Yeah.
And it always makes me want to listen to that Bruno Mars song.
Yeah. Which I think that's psychic damage. That song is bad.
It was
It's so
rammed
bad. I
down our
love it.
throat. It was and when Glee did it, rammed down our throat.
Oh.
I think that Miley can do better and has.
Yeah, totally. But here's the thing about Miley Cyrus. Number one, I love her. Obsessed with her. If she wanted to step on my neck, I would say how hard. Yeah, that's how
She
that
does.
works.
Yeah, she has more talent than I don't know, a lot of people.
Whenever she is ready to release an album, she usually does these one or two throwaway songs.
Yeah.
Remember that like Float Away song?
Oh, Slide Away.
Slide Away.
Yes.
And that came
That
out
song was
before
great.
Elastic Hearts.
Okay, but here's the
Plastic
thing.
Hearts. My God, I'm literally 1,000 years old. I'm getting everything like adjacent to what it's actually.
Slide Away was amazing, and Plastic Hearts was a pivot in like her creative direction. It was
Yeah.
pop rock. It was really incredible. Flowers feels like a regression, and it's also a breakup song. And like I'm over that narrative for her. I'm over it for her.
She filmed the video at the house where he cheated on her with like 16 women.
Yeah. What an Easter egg.
I didn't know that that's how they ended.
Yeah.
He cheated on her with 16
She tweeted one time, and all it said was, "Wish I could see the Hunger Games, but I'd have to see my ex for 3 hours."
Yeah. I did see that. But then they got back together after that.
They did, yeah. But then they broke up.
Very
again.
confusing.
The song for sure is not like groundbreaking, but
Yeah.
I think the album that's gonna come after it, because she says it's like very California. I don't think this song is indicative of what the album's gonna be.
Isn't it called California Summer or something like that? It's called
like Endless
Oh, she
Summer?
had
Endless
another song
Summer.
called Malibu.
Malibu's lit.
Yeah.
That song is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when they were still in love.
Yeah.
Malibu, baby.
Over.
I've changed baristas.
But the video, I didn't know that it was in that house, but I thought I watched it today and I was like, she's just like working out. I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on? It's like a very intense workout.
Did you
too.
see the most
It's the
important?
revenge
What is
body.
this?
The
But yeah,
most important part of this video is Jojo Siwa's TikTok reaction, where it's Jojo Siwa with the Miley Cyrus video dubbed like lightly overlaid over it, and Jojo Siwa's just thirsting for it.
that's great.
All right, Joe
Important.
Butch on the scene.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jojo Siwa comes up on my TikTok For You page a lot.
yeah.
Just so you know.
yeah.
I don't follow her, but I might as well.
She seems like a leash child.
Yes.
What is that?
Well,
That's where she had a leash when she was a kid.
Oh,
I
oh.
should
Literal.
I should have been a leash child.
but like, because I just saw that because she was on Dance Moms, and there's this video of the main. I never watched it, but the main
Oh,
woman.
Abby Lee Miller.
Yes,
Yeah.
there was like a compilation video of her just ripping JoJo apart, and then
Yeah.
JoJo like watching it and being like, "You can't hurt me.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up," and it was pretty sad.
Abby Lee Miller is rotted.
It was
Rotted.
A horrible, horrible woman.
fucked up. Yeah. So
I did like when that. I watched a couple episodes with a friend one time because I had never seen it, and I saw the episode where one of the moms like hit Abby Lee Miller, and I was like, what is this, Housewives?
It's crazy.
I wish they hit each other on Housewives.
Yeah, they might as well.
They kind of did in Salt Lake. There was a little bit of physical violence
Oh,
from Jen
true.
Shaw.
I've only recently like not gotten into it because they've just been always around, right?
Yeah.
But I'd never watched like a full episode except for the Housewives of Vancouver. Watched every episode of that. Was obsessed. Was like, this is really happening here. Get out of town.
In my own backyard. What?
Right? I met one of them at one of the Davie Street bars one time.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, this is not a notable experience, but there's compilation. People love to make those compilations, and I'm watching like Kyle Richards gets dragged for 13 minutes, and
Oh.
I'm like, I never have to see an episode. This is
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, you basically like I just need to watch like the highlights like that because
Like how I watch football.
right.
Absolutely. Oh, honestly, Housewives
It's
is
so
football
true.
for queer people, for gays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've noticed
100%.
that.
Yeah, that is.
We
that
get
is-
Housewives Red Zone. If anybody is
Oh
listening
my
to this
God.
that actually knows, perhaps the producer knows what I'm talking about.
Incredible.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of sports, Rihanna's Super Bowl's coming up.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'm like, would you want your first performance, your first live performance in like 5 or 6 years to be the Super Bowl?
I would.
Yes, you do, because it's going to be incredibly political, right? She stood up for Colin Kaepernick back in the
Right.
day and turned on the Super Bowl a couple of times.
Yeah.
So there's something interesting happening, and I think that tuning in will be able to have a better glimpse of what it is.
That's because I thought that too. I was like, it's weird that she turned it down and then all of a sudden she said yes. I'm like,
Something's up. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Totally.
a stunt.
A stunt.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
So Bob the drag queen retweeted the trailer
Yes.
and wrote, "Wow, Gigi Good turned Rihanna's wig out."
What?
Because Rihanna's wearing a wig similar to what Simone wore, and very, very famously, Gigi Good did all of Simone from Drag Race's wigs.
Oh.
Including this one. If you can tell.
Is that a Gigi Good?
Yeah, all of these dry
Ooh.
hairs coming off of it. Absolutely.
She's thirsty. She needs.
This is a Gigi fine.
You've heard of Gigi Good? Get ready for Gigi Okay.
Nice.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, that's how we
You
feel.
love that?
Yeah. I feel like I don't have that many. I'm like, this is the thing about current pop culture things. I read the headlines and I'm like, I don't care. But,
I know, right? Yeah.
Truly.
you know, one of the headlines, are Chase Stokes and Kelsey Ballerini dating?
Okay.
Do you guys know
Who?
who they are?
Is this like a Saved by the Bell B plot?
Are you
Like,
even speaking words right now? Like, what is the...
I read
what is a
it
Kelsey
and then I was
Ballerini?
like, I actually hate that I know who both of those people are.
Okay.
I was like Chase Crawford and Valerie Bertinelli. Like that's what I'm at. Yeah.
Dated reference. Dated. Okay, Kelsey Ballerini. I do listen to her song Dibs a lot from her first
Okay.
album.
She's
but
a country.
Yeah,
a
she's
First
like...
country
album.
girl.
Yeah, she's had a few. Honestly, I don't...
Chase Stokes. This is his real
Who's
name.
Chase Stokes?
He's the star of the Netflix show Outer Banks,
Never
which
seen
is
it.
like a teen show.
No.
That's the one all the teens are watching
Do we
now.
care that they're
I
dating?
feel crazy right now.
No, but so because that's the thing. I read it and I was like, it was on the TodayShow.com like main pop culture page, and I was
Not
like,
today.
Can you
Not
imagine
on
being,
today.
Can you imagine being Gayle King, noted journalist, and then they're giving you the, hey, these are the talking points today, and she's like, 2 children possibly are dating.
Not Gayle King.
Like more at 11. Like
Jesus.
Chase
Gayle
Stokes?
King goes to, is it Harry Styles concerts with Drew Barrymore? She does not have time for this.
Wow,
She does not have
that real?
time. Yeah, I think so.
okay,
what a life.
that's. I mean, I want to go anywhere that Drew Barrymore is.
For some
Yes.
reason, Drew Barrymore all over my TikTok feed.
Yeah, same.
I'm loving this for her.
Yeah, she's very good at like she's kind of found her.
Yeah.
I don't know, this talk show.
Yeah.
It's like just seeing her being so like real.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Somebody said, I saw a tweet that was like, you know, if she didn't have this talk show or hadn't been famous, Drew Barrymore would have been a fire-ass first grade teacher. Like,
Honestly.
Absolutely.
Like the one that you go back to visit, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Even like a high school teacher. I could see it.
100%. We should redo Dangerous Minds.
Wow.
Ooh, with Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a comedy.
Love
Oh,
that.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Adam Sandler. It's Dangerous Minds. It's Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler plays every
And
child
it's a musical.
student. Yeah.
And it's a musical.
Oh, it's like Billy Madison too. So he's like going back to school.
Gina, you are so fucking brilliant. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Oh.
This is it.
Oh,
Fox Searchlight.
honestly,
Are you
stop the
listening?
recording. We need to write this down.
Happy
Scratch
Madison
this.
Productions.
Yeah.
Do not put this in there.
Yeah, we need to hold on.
We
to
need
this
to
idea.
copyright this idea
I love that.
and sell it to Adam Sandler. Yellow Jackets is coming back in March.
Yes,
And I'm doing
that
a
was on
quick
my
little
thing,
hot
too.
little rewatch.
I thought you were going to say
Yes.
like a drag show.
Whoa, Yellow Jacket.
My favorite, we started producing drag shows together now, like, I'm not going to say full time, but like fairly regularly.
It's
Yeah.
pretty regular.
Right?
It's pretty full time.
My style of doing a drag show is like get some good people together and then put on a show.
Hate it.
Dust is like, Okay, so we're gonna do
Hate
the Shrek themed show on this
Yes.
Friday, and then we're gonna do the Yellow Jackets themed
Yes.
show at the end of the month.
Absolutely.
And then why don't we do like, you know, that side character from Gold member?
Yeah.
What if we do a whole show about them?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have I not sold out every single show that has been Jennifer Coolidge themed?
We have sold out every
Yes,
single show.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My
our
ideas
one
are
at the
great.
end of the month is Jennifer. It's called To Jennifer, To Coolidge.
And a high octane drag
Drag
show.
experience. Yeah.
What's the tagline?
Oh, makes me want a drag show real bad.
Fierce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Those
severe.
ideas I think are fun because
It's severe.
I think Gina's coming back to allyship. It's nice to see you coming back to
I'd snap,
allyship.
but I'm afraid this bracelet will go flying across the studio.
She's plastic. She can survive.
No, this is metal.
Ooh.
Oh, she wore the good
That's
drag for you.
No foam here.
Well, you're popping out, girl.
What? Oh yeah, absolutely. I went.
Peekaboo
It's the
wrist.
Yeah.
it's the beefy forearms. We've seen the thirst
Ooh.
tic tacs.
Tic Tacs. Yeah. They do make me thirsty. They're a little too dry.
I'm dead. Oh yes. Sorry, where were we?
Yellow
Jackets.
Jackets is coming back.
Yeah. Honestly, first season, Melanie Linsky, she fucked.
She's
Who?
She
so
fucked
good.
everyone. She fucked that girl's boyfriend and got pregnant. She fucked her husband. She fucked that dude she ran into, who she thought was also maybe a murderer, but then she killed him after she fucked him. She
Okay.
fucked.
Spoilers.
Am I allowed to say
I'm
fuck?
just literally.
Oh, yeah.
Did I- Oh, okay, good.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something about spoilers. I'm like, no,
Oh,
I just
no.
said I don't care.
Yeah.
About
It's been out for a year. Have you not watched it?
it. I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's
Wow.
great.
I have a hard line against cannibalism. No, I don't.
And yet you're cannibalizing the drag brunch scene. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
I just watched a movie about cannibalism, Bones and All.
Oh, yes.
The gay one.
With Twinkathy Chalamet.
It's not gay.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be gay.
No,
oh,
it's
because Timothée is in it.
Yeah,
Timothée.
but
I
he-
assumed that it was gay.
He's not gay.
I mean,
he
there's
only...
there's a little gay moment, I guess.
So if it's about instead of fucking a peach, does he fuck something else or?
Yeah, I guess. But they eat people.
Well,
Isn't the Willy Wonka
so
like?
he fucks with society.
Yeah, they're like born with it. It's basically like a vampire
Maybe it's
movie.
Maybelline.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm like on such a high for
Yeah.
the drag show now that the brain is like
Yeah,
all the synapses are
Zip
connected.
zap zopping around in that old skull.
I'm slow. I just came from my home. So
Wow.
okay, I want to move on. So
Okay.
moving on from hot
I'm
topics.
obsessed with you.
I have my next segment, Destiny's Child voice question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
so these are just random pop culture questions that I thought of.
Can you say question again? Like
If
that?
they have anything to do with the OC, Gina, I'm going to.
This is a 3-hour episode.
I'm gonna steal this microphone.
I was saying to Dust, I was like, I feel like I need to change up the podcast a little bit. Like I've been doing it for 2 years, and then, they said, yeah, you can only talk about the OC so many times.
I listen every time, but I'm proud of
I'm
you.
bought in. Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Question.
Question?
so good.
Okay, if you were any character in the movie Clueless, who would you be?
Oh. I can't remember her name. The teacher.
Miss Geist.
Miss Geist. Yes. I think
This
her
is
I think her
Miss
actor
Geist.
name is Twink Kaplan.
Oh,
I think that's her. There is an actor with that name, and I think that
I
it's her.
think that
you
you're
could
correct.
look this up.
Yes. But yeah,
I'll
Miss
trust
Geist,
you.
absolutely. Because the wardrobe, my favorite.
Yeah, she was cute.
Yeah, she makes a bit of an impact, and then like, in the right light, I could go for Wallace Shawn.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a?
Yeah. Oh, I would totally be Cher's. Cher's dad. Absolutely, the lawyer, loud, brash,
Yeah.
Non-binary.
I love
non-binary.
Famously.
my favorite
Brows.
moment is when he's like, I think Ty is sitting at the dinner table and he just walks in. Get out of my chair.
Yeah. That's so me. That's so
you see that?
neurodivergent. That is so like on the spectrum. He said, "Get out of my chair." That's where I sit.
Get out of my chair.
Like that's my comfort spot. He
Yeah.
said OCD. He said anxiety.
Diagnosing the Cher's dad character. I love
It's
it.
just
Wow.
coding. It's all coding. It's not diagnosis. It's just coding.
I'm a writer. I don't code.
Work.
Funny,
better-
right?
You better computer work.
I think that I would be. I'm not a stoner, but I
Oh.
identify with Travis.
Yeah. Ugh. Honestly, Travis is the hottest person in that movie. Fuck
I
Paul
love
Rudd. Travis is
Breckenmeyer.
so hot.
Yeah.
Breckenmeyer and 54.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
54. About Studio 54. And him and Ryan Philippe are bartenders.
Ryan Phillippe. Ooh.
I'm telling
Okay.
you, I would snap if the gloves weren't on. Yeah.
I need to see this. I've never seen it.
Oh, highly recommended.
Okay.
I had a big crush on Ryan Phillippe growing up.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. One time, I met. I worked at a crystal store in Calgary, and I sold crystals to lots of celebrities. And this girl came in one time, woman came in, and I was selling her crystals, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm an actor." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool. Have you been in anything that I might have seen?" And she was like, "Yeah, Pitch Perfect." And I was like, "What?" She played Alexis, the one that was like my vagina. He's a
Yes.
hunter.
Yes.
And I sold her some crystals, and turns out that she has a baby with Ryan Phillippe, and I was like, oh, 1 degree of separation, work the world. And then in the Pitch Perfect 2 sequel, in the scene where they all go camping to connect with each other again, she's holding the fucking crystal I sold her.
Whoa.
No way.
Deceased. Screamed.
famous.
I was like, work, bitch.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And you can go back, roll the cameras. We have footage.
Pitch Perfect 2.
Yeah.
No one watches that.
We'll get the rights for
I
that.
saw
That's
it.
cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Is there 3 of them?
Yeah.
I did see. I saw
It's
them
a
all.
perfect trilogy.
Now there's a new TV show about,
Bumper in Berlin.
yes, which I thought was a completely
Right.
different thing.
Oh no!
Bumper is
Again
Adam
with the
Devine.
Bradley Cooper boot crushing pill situation. Bumper in Berlin.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Berlin.
No, it's the Adam Devine character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
so interesting.
I saw him on a flight to Los Angeles a couple of years ago, and I was with a bunch of friends. We're going down for a wedding, and all of us were tooted and booted before we got on the plane. Probably shouldn't have been flying. Anyway, no big deal. Fully feeling ourselves because we like dressed to fly that day. We're like, we're going. It's gonna be a short little weekend. Everybody had their looks on, and he was sitting in the first class. We get on. And my friend recognized him, and she turns around and like thought that she was whispering, and fully was like, "That's the Pitch Perfect guy. It's the Workaholics guy." And he looks up, smiles, whatever, and then we all like toddle off, and then we all sit in our seats. And she leans over, and she's like, "I think he likes us. I think he knows that we have a good vibe." And I'm like, "I think he knows that we're drunk. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way this man wants to engage with us. Don't go up there."
Oh, no. Yeah, he was just being nice and
Yeah.
acknowledging it
Yeah.
rather than just ignoring you. But oh my god,
It was rude that he didn't know who I was, but
Oh, honestly, the established
How dare.
chandelier. Yeah. Very true.
Okay, the next question I have here is, would you choose a BlackBerry, a Razr flip phone, or the Sidekick?
Oh. Okay. Well, I had the Razor,
I did too.
and I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
But there was always something about the Sidekick that I wanted to get into. I wanted to experience.
It felt like both. It was like kind of this flip
Yeah.
moment, but it had the full keyboard. It
Yeah.
looked cool, but
My first phone was the Much Music phone, and you could make your own ringtones or buy music ringtones on it. That was the whole premise of the phone itself.
whoa.
But like, I was literally like, I cannot do a BlackBerry. A BlackBerry pin seems insufferable. 24 digits. Are you kidding?
What? I had a BlackBerry.
Didn't you have to have like a crazy pin to like BBM or whatever?
I guess maybe I had it like a a little later, you would just like send people your pin. Like I don't remember it being like an issue.
It's wild that Kim Kardashian had a BlackBerry until the day BlackBerry ended.
Yes.
Which was literally last year.
That's crazy.
I work with a woman who she's like, I'm holding on to this. She had it like to the very end.
That's so sad.
I get that.
We
though.
mourn our technology
fallen
brethren.
soldiers.
I was like that. Like my iPod, I held on to that for.
My grandma still has a shuffle
Yes.
that she clips to her lapel when she goes walking at the Recplex.
Better work, Grandma.
Oh, Beverly's got it good.
Yes.
And she listens to Mumford and Sons and my music. Oh, and Dolly Parton.
Yeah, well, you can get like what 60 songs on one.
Yeah.
Of those?
Yeah. And my cousin just rotates through for her.
Beautiful.
She loves it.
That's so
She
cute.
loves
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's really adorable. Yeah.
Stroll around in like a leisure 2 sets.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
All right.
That's Bev. Yeah.
2 feet and a heartbeat.
In the summertime, she walks outside, but in the wintertime, she's still got to get her steps in. You know?
It's true. Yeah, that's why I do drag brunch.
Grandma's 76 now. She's got to move, boot, scoot, and boogie around.
Oh yeah, my grandma famously went to the doctor because I don't know, just being old and having a lot of issues. And then he said he prescribed her Goya. Get off your ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't want to like dox my grandma too hard, but I guess she was on a lot of medication and she was really tired of taking them. And a lot of it was for like blood pressure and cholesterol and all those things. So she just like changed her life one day and started walking every single day. And now she doesn't have to take those meds.
Goya is like, was he a former comedian from like 1950
Right?
in like the Rust Belt? Like what?
You know what you need? You need some Goya.
Yeah. I immediately was like, oh, beans? Like she needs iron? Like, like.
Yeah. I know.
What else you got there?
Okay, I have. This is you're the resident gamer. This is
true.
This is a little appeal to your sensibilities.
Wow.
but
Big assumption. That was way rude.
Okay, Animal Crossing.
a podcast about it.
It's true.
That's true. Yeah. You're not wrong. I'm just.
Anyway, I mean, this is a pretty general
didn't land.
game.
Yeah.
Who do you play in Mario Kart? Like, who's your go-to?
Mario Kart? Yeah, okay.
Who's your go-to guy or gal or?
I'll tell you. It's Roy Koopa.
Which
Roy.
one's that?
The original Mario Kart had like the
my
8
God.
characters, right?
Yeah.
And most people still pick main from that. But
Yeah.
the new Mario Kart has like an expanded roster. Super Mario 3, they had Bowser, bad guy, and then like the 8 little, friggin' around bosses, and they were all named after famous musicians. Like in Japan, obviously they had different names, but for the translation, so there's like Lemmy, who's like Lemmy from Motorhead, Wendy O. Koopa, Wendy O. Williams, and then they have Roy Koopa for Roy Orbison because he has these cool glasses, but he's also like a brick shithouse. I think he would be hot if he was real.
That's your type. Yeah.
And so I'm fully. Oh, there is some wild Roy drawings on the internet if you go looking for them.
My God. Put him up on the screen.
But he's cute. He has like his head is pink. He has a little like gray shell, and he's got the glasses on. And his attitude is just very much like I'm driving a car. Like I love him.
That's great.
Roy Koopa.
Nice.
Work.
What are you?
Oh, God. It's always Yoshi. It's been Yoshi since 1995, baby. Absolutely. In my mind, I think he goes the fastest. I am terrible at Mario Kart. I cannot turn.
Yeah, I'm not very good either.
I'm not a gamer. I did the bit. It didn't work. It's fine. I'm not.
I always wish I could make the Yoshi sound.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
But no, it with the sound when you pick, it's like.
Oh yeah.
In Super Mario World. Yeah.
It sounds like
When you
like
get
when he
on and
sits
get
on him?
off. Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're like crushing a can, but also like a
Yeah.
sandbag is involved.
Yeah, Mario jumps on him. He's like.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can we get that on loop? Can we get that? Yeah.
do we have a soundboard?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
we're not there yet.
Man,
Yeah,
if I
big one.
just touch these buttons and shut the whole production down.
Yoshi's not on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have other sounds.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I think I always used to pick Toad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
respect that.
You like a thick boy.
No, Toad's a little tiny mushroom.
Yeah, he's a thick boy.
I guess.
Toy.
Perhaps.
Short king.
Yeah, he's a short king. You're right.
There we go. Yeah.
Not saying you have a type, Gina.
I didn't want to say anything.
Short and beefy. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Toad or it's sometimes I change it up though. I like Daisy, not
yeah.
Peach. Daisy for some reason.
I'll play Peach.
I like
I'll
that you
play
go
Peach,
off the beaten path.
Yeah, that's what I.
Okay, for when we were kids, and there'd be like the Ninja Turtles, for example.
Oh yeah.
I always picked the one that wasn't like the main guy or not the cool one.
Yeah.
And I intentionally did that because I was a Looney Tune.
I had a bit of that too.
I don't know why. I was that kid being like, oh yeah, you guys like Green Day, you should hear their album before they ever had guitars. Like why was that my energy at like 7 years old? Like,
You're like, I have to be unique.
yeah, I'm standing out. So I was like Donatello all the way, which was a lie because I loved Michelangelo.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone loved Michelangelo, but I always ended up playing Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's,
I just don't have. I was an April O'Neil, I guess.
Hot.
You have the hair too.
Thank you.
Like right now at
Yeah,
this length,
true.
that should be a little Halloween costume.
I used to have a yellow coat too.
Bring it
Anyway.
out.
I heard about a phenomenon. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, segue into sewer talk. I heard about this term called a fatberg. Have you heard of a fatberg?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Where fat gathers in the sewer and becomes like an iceberg, but instead of an iceberg, it's fat.
Fat from what?
Yeah. Yes.
It's like, yeah, it's garbage and
bacon grease.
Raw.
And
Oh.
The Fatbergs are the New York City subway sewer system is in peril because of Fatbergs.
Whoa.
because then the fatberg gets like the flushable wipes, which are a joke. They're not flushable. They're just like
Right.
whatever.
They still
And
end
then
up-
they bind to the fatberg, which helps give it its structure and integrity.
Holy shit.
They're so gross. Don't Google
This
it.
is the world we live in.
Fatbergs.
Oh, God. That's been the sewer talk segment.
Yeah.
In the sewers. So with
Have
your
my,
pop culture.
Oh, my God. Okay, next question. Which decade for style or fashion is your favorite?
I mean, some might say I have a taste for the 80s.
Oh my god.
Yes. Very working girl.
Yes, thank you.
Mine is not a decade. It is a time of your life.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is like when somebody's like,
here we go.
yeah, can you rate this out of 5? And somebody's like, okay, I'm going to give it a 2.5. And it's like, use a whole number, bitch. There's 5 of them.
So here's the thing. The way I grew up, I was not tuned to pop culture and understanding what the style was in the 60s and 70s because I didn't see the resurgence because we didn't have TV and all those sorts of things. But my style is very like inspired by kindergartners. Like how you would dress a child to go to kindergarten. So, you know, like a crisp t-shirt and like colorful pants or like colorful clothes. I just like to look like a giant child,
Nice.
which shows in my drag too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah, the big baby vibe.
Honestly? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have a decade, unfortunately.
That's
Sounds
okay.
like the 90s, given
You
your
don't have
age.
to-
I do like the 90s. Yeah, I do like the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm like, I don't know. I'm like 90s and 80s a little.
Yeah.
You're
80s, 90s.
You're also a little bit early 2000s.
I was gonna say you're a
Oh.
Y2K girly for me.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
fully. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Except for the eyeshadow today when you sent me the selfie, I was like 80s. I was like
Oh.
blue eyeshadow. I was like work.
I love
Yeah.
blue eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a neutral color.
I was like, you look like Betty Gilpin in Glow.
Wow, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you're very welcome. Yeah.
Iconic TV show. Gone too soon.
Rest in
Agreed.
peace.
Yes. So sad. Okay, the next question I have is if you could create a girl group, like a super group. This is maybe will take some thought. This might be the last
you'd be
question.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Or maybe you've thought about
Well, we
this
haven't
for
heard
a
what the
long
question
time.
is. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
What the-
basically it. What would be your super group?
I'll let you go first.
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
All right. So first of all, on lead vocals, Patti LaBelle.
Oh, you can just pick whoever you want. See, I didn't get the concept. That's why I let you go.
Yeah. If we could make any girl group.
Oh, and just pull from anywhere.
Yeah, from
Okay,
anyone.
amazing. Okay, let me.
Absolutely.
put
So we
this.
got Patti LaBelle on lead vocals. We've got Dolly Parton. We've got Mariah Carey.
Wow.
We've got Shania Twain.
Wow.
I'm gonna go for it. If I had to do five, probably. Let's throw in Kelly Clarkson.
Wow. Powerful.
Very good.
Yeah, yeah. Only 11 o'clock numbers. Nothing subtle about any of that.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna start with Liza Minnelli,
Ooh.
Barbra Streisand. We're going super group here. Okay. Liza Minnelli, Barbra Streisand, and then I want Leah Michele.
Nice.
I want
Okay.
Patti LuPone,
Oh.
and I want Bernadette Peters.
Ooh.
Oh, so we're doing a Broadway.
I
group.
want it to be
Yes.
Broadway.
Yeah.
I want it to be
You want to be broads
boomed.
in
It's
this
called
group.
the group is called Broad's Way.
I don't
How's
think
no one
anybody's
ever-
made that joke before.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm an original. Could you imagine
Yeah.
Leah Michele?
I can't.
These are
Have
great
you
groups.
seen the video when they did like the Defying Gravity? Every Elphaba
Yes.
sings that.
Yes.
And then at the very end, they all do the and they layer that. That would be the experience.
100%. Yeah, they'd all just do songs from Into the Woods
Yeah.
or Funny Girl.
Just five women screaming on stage.
Yeah.
I'm here for
Yeah,
it.
it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
It'd be like maybe this time mashed up with what's the Mrs. Lovett song from Into the Woods?
Worst pies in London.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sweeney Todd. Oh yeah, Sweeney Todd. Yeah. Yes.
Work.
Yeah, that's what
Wow.
I want.
Oh.
Yeah, your girl group.
We need to know.
Okay. God, you think that I would have thought of this myself?
We did think that. Yes.
You're just like
It's seeming like you didn't.
I put it-
Scary baby.
You really,
ginger.
you really came up with the questions, though.
Yeah, I did some work.
Did,
on
yeah.
it.
Again, I'm so proud of you.
Okay. Yeah, I would pick probably. I'm gonna pick Kelly Rowland because she's, she has the girl group experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She created Little Mix.
She
yeah.
has. Oh my God, she did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she sure did.
Kelly Rowland and I'll just say Lady Gaga.
Oh.
I'm here for it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
It's an expensive girl group right off the top.
We have Gaga and
Look at
Beyonce
you both-
telephone.
Yeah.
Now we can get Gaga and
Gaga
Roland's
Kelly.
email.
Yeah,
Email
horrible.
my heart.
Horrible. Yes. Oh,
That's
good
a-
song.
Wild.
Yes. Okay. Christina.
Gina.
I'm like, I just can't think of people. This is not a good group.
It's just lots of big voices.
Yeah.
You're
You
one
guys
to
did the
talk.
same thing. You guys did the same thing.
You picked every woman with like a 4-octave register on Broadway.
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah.
Actually, Gaga and Christina did that "Do What You Want"
Oh yeah.
version. That was very good.
That's recently
That's true.
popped back up on my Spotify, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
That's a hot little number.
I love that's like on Spotify too, so you don't have to listen to the.
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
one.
Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Art justice for art pop. Sorry. Continue.
The
Just
way,
pushing
the,
pushing
Thought you were
politics.
going to
the way
say.
that art pop starts,
Pushing
I
politics.
was like, holy Christ, we're really going there, huh?
Really thought you were gonna say something else.
What was I gonna say?
Just think of how the word
What was I
art
gonna say,
pop
Gina?
sounds.
Gina, you wanna?
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like, don't even
Not
wanna say
that.
it. I know,
No,
right?
art justice for art pop. I'm sorry for getting political on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Fucking rude, my God.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who I got. Gaga, Kelly, and Christina.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like I need a
Puppy.
caper would be
diva.
in the group. If
Absolutely.
you're listening to the podcast,
If you're listening
dog
to the
just
pod-
walked in.
Yeah, the dog's great.
But yeah, I feel like I need like a 80s lady. I'm really. Why am I like the worst at this? This is good to listen to, right?
Get right in that
yeah, you're
microphone.
s-
Come
you're
on,
killing it.
Caper. Yeah.
I'm like pulling up my phone. Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Gina.
No, wait, I take it back. JoJo.
Actually, yeah. Yes.
And that's
You
it.
can pick another
I'm
one.
in.
No, I can't. I'm literally, my brain is fried.
When I
don't know
when
why.
somebody says 80s lady, the first one I always think of is Taylor Dane.
Oh, work. Yeah.
Nice.
But she's like, I think she just did it for the money, but she performed at like a couple like Trump things. Which, whatever. I mean, she's also like a woman, you know, rich and over 50, so her politics are not great, governor.
Right.
She did The Masked Singer as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, she wore a mask.
Wow. Getting political on Dear Pop Culture.
That did remind me. So you actually had this idea that we were gonna do, but I think it got scrapped. Where you were like, "Let's think of drag king names."
Drag king names, because I came up with a really good one.
You came up with a good one.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna grab it. It's in my phone. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's
Hold on.
do
I
it.
did-
It's really good.
I just because I only thought of one that I really liked, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's already exists out there. It's a tuxedo mask, but with a C.
With the C, I like that. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Someone take it.
Yeah,
Tuxedo
please.
mask.
Take my name, please.
Yeah, that was all that I thought of.
I thought of one a couple weeks ago and was like, oh, I need to write this down because it was one of those like you say two words together and I'm like, wow, that sounds like a boy's name, and it was something so, but it was like Kyle Waterglass. Like it was the dumbest. It was so stupid. I was so proud of
I
myself.
like it.
I'm so excited for this because it's so bad. I just read it and I was like, this is gonna be hilarious.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Chimney Chalamet.
That's what
You're
I
welcome.
need
Chimney
to share that.
Chalamet.
It's a drag king from the 1950s.
Uh-huh.
Chimney
And
Chalamet.
1850s. He's only doing Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins.
Exactly. Yep. You're welcome.
Perfect.
Consider yourself. Whatever it is. Yeah.
You're welcome, Gina.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
great.
we didn't do that.
Yeah, that's
Chimney
fine.
Chalamet and Kyle Waterglass. We've really cracked the code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to take those. Or
Tuxedo
not.
Mask with the C is great.
I feel like it also is pretty limiting, though.
Yeah. You can
It's a
only
little
do
bit.
J-pop. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's what the note that we're ending on today. I know.
I can't believe.
It's
What?
gone by
It's been an
so
hour
quickly.
already?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah. Do you have things you'd like to promote while you're here?
Yes, several drag brunches. I would say just follow me on Instagram. It's Shanda Leer, 2 S's. And yeah, I got the little link tree there, all of that stuff. Yeah, all of it's in there. I don't have to talk. I'm tapped out. Now I just blank.
done.
in the phone.
You're like, you heard
Yeah.
the words like, we're done? Okay.
We hear
Yeah.
we hear the Neutrogena makeup wipes calling and we're ready to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, people can follow me on Instagram at Unicorn Riverchild. They can also stream my music, Dust Quain, Cwaine, on Spotify, Apple Music. And we have some new music coming out this year, which is very exciting, and an exciting thing. I was going to text you because I got the news this morning and I'm so fucking excited, but I was shortlisted for South by Southwest,
Oh my God.
which is fucking nuts.
Bananas.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Wow.
Because my album came out in September, as you promoted. Thank you so much for promoting it on this
Oh,
podcast.
yeah, it's
But
great.
like, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
fucking
so
stoked.
cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Don't need Drag Race.
Yeah. If you live in Vancouver and want to hear some of those songs live against your will, come to Tangent Cafe. We're there
They
pretty
beg for
much
it.
every Friday.
They beg for it.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for listening, and you can follow the podcast Instagram. It's Dear Pop Culture with a 0 for pop. Anyways,
Gina, thank you for having us on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
I love
thank
this
you so
podcast.
much.
You're amazing. This was so much fun.
well, yeah. Thank you. We love you. Bye.
Bye.